Welcome, everyone. This is Laura Goodwin, Director of Development here at Girls Incorporated. I am very happy to bring together the good friends of Girls Inc. for this investor webinar with Judy Vredenburgh, National CEO of Girls Inc. Let me cover a few housekeeping points before we get started. Your audio will be in listen-only mode since we have a number of people on the line, but we'll be pausing for questions from you, so please use the Q&A box to type any questions you have for Judy. You can also use this box to ask any technical questions of me during the webinar, and I will do my best to answer them. We are recording this webinar to be able to share it with others, and we'll make that recording available to you if you wish to pass that on to others. It is my great pleasure to introduce Judy Vredenburgh to you all, who will be sharing some reflections on what it means to grow up as a girl and how Girls Inc. is playing an important role in helping girls to be healthy, educated, and independent, a role that Girls Inc. is able to fulfill because of you, our investors. Judy.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. As we prepare to observe International Day of the Girl on Saturday, we hear about the lack of educational opportunities and the abuse girls face, especially girls in developing countries. Indeed, but these problems are not relegated to other nations. They're here in the United States. Increasingly, we're openly discussing the gender issues here at home, as we must. 78% of girls are unhappy with their bodies by age 17. 3 in 10 girls will become pregnant before the age of 20, the highest rate of any developed country. 1 in 4 girls will not finish high school. And most disturbing of all, 1 in 5 girls will be a victim of childhood sexual abuse. But at Girls Inc., we know it doesn't have to be this way. Your investment is contributing to an important and real difference for girls. As partners with Girls Inc., we will spend some time today sharing with you how you are helping to make a difference in the lives of thousands of girls. I'll touch on 2 major policy priorities, as well as how we're using objective measures to assure that girls achieve the positive outcomes we're holding ourselves accountable for. We all know that girls and women face discrimination, barriers to entry, restricted opportunities. We've had to overcome biases and stereotype messaging to prevent those obstacles from limiting our aspirations and our success. We've pioneered our own path to overcome these hurdles to achieve our goals. You have your experiences growing up, and I have mine. Each of us has our own story. I was that girl naturally gifted in math who was not encouraged to follow my dad, a doctor, to become a doctor like my brother was. At Girls Inc., we help girls to overcome these limiting messages. We encourage girls to set and achieve their goals. Girls like Lori Bryant. Lori says she learned firsthand at my Girls Inc. of Omaha that I could accomplish any dream I set my eyes on. Like most Girls Inc. girls, Lori grew up in challenging economic circumstances. She said to us, she told us, "I know what it's like to be poor, to be hungry, to be bullied, and to be afraid." Lori had supportive, hardworking parents who wanted her to have access to opportunities. They enrolled her in Girls Inc. As a young girl, Lori loved to climb trees, shoot three-pointers in basketball, and she felt different from other girls. She dreamed of being a doctor, but she'd never met a girl doctor. From the first time she walked into Girls Inc., Lori was celebrated for being herself and for her inherent strengths. A Girls Inc. staff member mentored her, built a really close and long-term relationship, encouraged her, giving her the name Doc, and reminding Lori that girls belong in science and that she was capable of achieving her dream. Ultimately, Lori received a Girls Inc. college scholarship. For those of you who don't know, Girls Inc. has the largest girl-only scholarship program in the United States, and we've awarded $3.3 million to 614 girls since 1993. Today, I'm pleased to report that Lori is a pediatric emergency doctor at Cincinnati Children's Hospital, married to a doctor with a young daughter and son. Along the way, through college, medical school, residency, and her emergency medicine fellowship, she stayed connected to Girls Inc., inspiring all of us as we hope to continue to inspire her. Recently, Lori said, "Knowing that Girls Inc. has not forgotten about me is still so important to my ongoing success. You are still making a difference in my life." This is what we do. At Girls Inc., we empower girls to succeed and overcome challenges. We equip girls to navigate gender, economic, and social barriers and grow up healthy, educated, and independent. Girls build confidence and embrace positive decision-making to take charge of their health and well-being and achieve academic, personal, and career goals. What we call the Girls Inc. experience, where we value the development of the whole girl and help her find and nurture her inherent strengths. This experience has three essential parts. One, we start with people, trained professionals and volunteers who build lasting mentoring relationships, and peers who share girls' drive and aspirations. Two, a place, a girls-only physically and emotionally safe environment with a sisterhood of support, high expectations, and respect. And three, research-based programming, hands-on, minds-on, to provide age-appropriate information and knowledge so girls make healthy decisions, the right decisions, leading to healthy lives, school success, and the development of life skills to prepare for adulthood. As leading advocates for girls, we are currently focused on two key priorities: violence prevention and STEM education. Recently, sexual assault has dominated the headlines and garnered much government attention. Girls Inc. advises senior officials at the White House, at the U.S. Department of Education and the Justice Department, and also with members of Congress about effective prevention strategies, particularly for girls at the K through 12th grade levels. Girls Inc. also works to remove barriers to entry into STEM fields by helping to draft legislation that would provide more resources for girls pursuing STEM, and we consult with key administration officials to ensure that young girls gain critical exposure to STEM. These systemic changes will open girls' doors to impactful and successful careers in STEM. Let me pause here to take some questions before I share some of our important outcomes measurement work.
Judy, thank you so much. So as a reminder, please use the Q&A box that you see on your screen to type any questions that you would like to ask of Judy, that you would like her to address with you this afternoon. And Judy, we have a question here. There is so much need in the country and so many girls who it feels like need that Girls Inc. experience. Does Girls Inc. plan to expand beyond the girls it's currently working with?
Thank you for the question. Yes, yes, and yes. With community support, we have plans to grow in our local locations by at least 30% in the next several years. In addition, we will add Girls Inc. programming to 3 to 5 new markets with support from local leaders and investors. We know that we can do that. There's such a great need for our services. So many girls can benefit. We're very determined to expand where we currently have Girls Inc. programming and in some new places as well. We appreciate leaders who can help us raise the cap necessary for expansion. Thanks for the question.
Great, great. Judy, would you like to share some of that outcomes work that the team has been focused on in the recent years?
Absolutely. This is a particularly important part of our commitment to you, our donors. This is one that I personally take very seriously and that's the measurement of girl outcomes. Mission measurement is very difficult in social service work, but that doesn't mean we can't do it. In fact, we absolutely must. We are proud to be on the cutting edge of this work. Working with the world-class youth development research and evaluation experts, that would be Child Trends and Dr. Kristen Moore, we are measuring girls' progress in each of the domain areas of our accountability. Strong, healthy living, smart, academic support, and bold, life skills instruction. We have not only beta tested and refined the surveys for each of the 4 age groups, but we've gathered pilot data from 352 middle school and high school girls. The data allow us to learn and to continuously improve our services. It also allows us to provide evidence that Girls Inc. girls are not engaging in risky behaviors or unhealthy relationships, but are on track to complete high school, prepared for success in college and beyond. The pilot data is very exciting, especially in those areas where we can measure Girls Inc. girls compared with girls from similar demographics through national data sets, such as the YRBS, which is the Youth Risk Behavior Study, or Monitoring Our Future study. We compare Girls Inc. girls to similar demographic and how are our girls doing, and we see a statistically significant difference already in the initial pilot data. We're pleased to report that last year we served 138,000 girls with the Girls Inc. experience, high-impact outcomes. This could not have been possible without you, our supporters. Clearly, this is our time. Think about the daily reports on violence. As a society, we are finally having open conversations about this critical issue, rather than being in denial of its existence. Or the fact that several big pro-girl campaigns from commercial marketers have been launched. 2 examples of why this is our time. Whether it's Procter & Gamble's Always brand campaign, the Run Like a Girl campaign, I hope you've had a chance to see it. It's gotten more than 48 million hits on YouTube. Or the Girls Can campaign from CoverGirl. Or Under Armour's I Will What I Want campaign with their women's line. These companies are tapping into the public's yearning to smash stereotypes and arbitrary limits for girls. In fact, Under Armour approached Girls Inc. to partner with them because they saw that we were already sending the messages they wanted to share. We represent what they want their campaign to become. When Nordstrom launched their Treasure and Bond line, they reached out to Girls Inc. as their first national partner. And of course, we are proud of our ongoing relationships with Oprah and Starbucks Ivana Chai Tea and with Google. Companies, foundations, and especially individuals are coming to Girls Inc. to join a movement to break down barriers, open doors of opportunity for girls. Thanks to each of you for doing so. On behalf of the 138,000 girls who benefit every day right now from your contributions, thank you for your dedication to girls and Girls Inc. Thank you for being in our corner, in their corners. I close by asking you to ask others to join you to be a champion for girls. And I ask you to remember to tell a girl in your life, your daughter, niece, granddaughter, friend, how she is strong, smart, and bold. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It was a pleasure being with you, and we appreciate your continued investment. Bye.